Yo, 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 what's that word? Third Swift in the podcast, episode 47. Big 47, getting closer to 50. Might have some special for the big 50. Interesting topics tonight. Stuff that we ain't holla about before and give us a chance to get out of our analytical comfort zone with this one a little bit. So without further ado, first thing I first want to talk about is nostalgic for me, to be honest, was who was y'all favorite two WWE matches of all time? We could do it like, one at a time and just talk about how we felt about it. So whoever want to go first, it's up to y'all.
Well, I would say one was the WrestleMania match between Shawn Michaels and Ric Flair. Um, they painted it as Ric Flair's career was on the line, stuff like that.
Hey man,
Um,
we not doing air quotations. I know why you're doing that.
nah,
We're not doing that, brother.
bro, listen, bro, the man was it was his time. So I mean, if he was going to be in a match with somebody, it should have. The way he went out was pretty much how I feel like he should have went
For sure.
out. Just I'm pretty sure every young dude was a fan of WWE growing up. So kind of just from the emotional standpoint of the whole match, from the part where Shawn Michaels hit him with the last super kick, talking about "I'm sorry, I love you," all that stuff. Just the emotions that brings as a wrestling fan standpoint. That's one of my favorite matches.
Limousine driving, Rolex wearing. Hey, come
Yeah.
on, man. Hey, um, I'm gonna take it back to a nice little era, man. The 2008. It was a nice little cage match between Umaga and Jeff Hardy, one of my favorite wrestlers of all time, bro. If you were a Jeff Hardy fan, you were hitting that dance. You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, you was doing that thing, man. Jeff Hardy was
Oh yeah,
swanton bombing greatness. What made it one of a great match. He was also beefing with Randy Orton at this time. Randy Orton came out
Mm-hmm.
there. Cage match, you can either it was a no disqualification. You had to either pin him or escape from the mat, escape from the cage. And every time this man was trying to escape, he's closing it, locking the gates, all kind of things. And I'm talking about man had to hit the bro with the twist of fate, and then hit the man jump off the hit him with the whisper of fate, the hit him with the
Swanton
twist of
bomb.
fate, and then yeah, he hit him with the swanton bomb off the top of the cage and killed it, and then won the match. It was masterpiece.
Man, I ain't gonna lie, studying for this, like, brother, my cat, sorry, y'all, brought a huge smile to my face because it made me, like, remember, a time in youth where, like, life was so much simpler. You could just turn on the TV on Monday and sometimes Wednesday and Friday and watch these matches. And it was kind of hard to
Yes,
pick for me personally. My favorite wrestler of all time is
a
Shawn
lot.
Michaels. So one of them had to be on here. And it was the Shawn Michaels 2007 versus Undertaker, a second fight for, everybody know
Okay,
Undertaker famous streak. I think Undertaker was
facts.
21-0 at this time. Um, and this match had everything, sweet chin music, tombstone, choke slam, the gates of hell, Undertaker submission move, all type of stuff. And this was the streak versus career. So this, like, Shawn Michaels obviously ended up losing this match, and this was it for him. But so that added an extra layer of context to it. Plus, it was WrestleMania. These two are the most legendary wrestlers of all time. And it was just on the heartstrings, like it pulled the heartstrings the whole match because you can usually predict at a certain point in age who's gonna win the match. But for this one, it was like just the emotion was like, I really don't know who's gonna win it. These boys really hit. And it felt like they was really hitting when we know if they really
Yeah,
hitting or not. So the point is, like, for me, that was mine. I could just talk about that all night, but I'm not gonna do it. But Undertaker versus Shawn Michaels, really both of them, but the second one, streak versus career.
Yep.
yeah, that was
Uh,
some great matches.
oh yeah, for sure. I definitely thought Shawn Michaels was going to pull it off.
Yeah,
Hey, it was tough.
yeah.
Undertaker,
But
big boy.
I had Shawn Michaels versus The Undertaker as well.
Uh,
So I'm I'm gonna give a different answer. What was my third? Would have been the WrestleMania. I think it was like 20 or 21 match between what was it? John Cena and JBL. When Cena won his first championship. I feel like just John Cena coming onto the scene, that was his big breakout move. John Cena's my favorite wrestler of all time. Feel like he's the greatest of all time. But just the context that I went into that match, I wouldn't say it was passing the torch, but kind of, it was kind of paving the way for the younger superstars to get into the way, because I believe that WrestleMania, Batista wound up taking the championship away from Triple H as well. So I kind of just remember that moment as the breakout for John Cena.
Oh man, definitely up there as a GOAT. Another 2008 moment, man. Jeff Hardy versus Undertaker, and this is like one of just Jeff Hardy's staples of having the no disqualification kind of matches, because he was an all out kind of guy. And this was what he was younger, going against one of the staples of the league at that time, and Undertaker, in a undisputed championship match actually. And it was a ladder match, and they went toe for toe, back for back, and it was a time where they thought it was just gonna be a mop by the Undertaker, just because of the size and the strength that he was. And bro actually gave Jeff Hardy some respect during the match. Like he held his arm up, saying that you did your thing, but then he ultimately ended up losing the Undertaker. But it was a great match overall.
I love Jeff Hardy too, man. It was hard to like not pick a match for Jeff Hardy, because you're talking about a great era, that 08, that 08,
Yeah.
09, and like 2007. Like Jeff Hardy was like, he just had the sauce. Like how people talk about Jordan, like Jeff Hardy just had sauce. Like I wouldn't even say he was like the greatest wrestler. He wasn't like physically like huge or crazy. It was just like his vibe was so like magnetic. So yeah,
Exactly.
shout out and RP Umaga too. That first match you said too.
Facts.
My second match was it was Randy Orton versus Triple H, WrestleMania in 2009. Again, great match. The first couple minutes, Randy Orton hitting the RKO. Randy Orton, my favorite wrestler during this time, and him and Shawn Michaels wrestled for #1 all time for me personally. But I had to get an RKO in there. This was right after the Legend Killer era for Randy Orton, when he became the Viper. AKA for me, when he started kicking people in the head, which was crazy. When he started punting people in the head, and he was doing like, I ain't gonna do it, but when he was, making a little snake noises in the corner before he ran and kicked him, bro was wilding during this time.
He was really kicking him.
Yeah.
Booting
like,
them.
yo,
Booting
this
them.
is crazy. Yeah, with the big boot.
The big
kicking people in the head with the Timbs is crazy.
But, bro, size 13.
But nah, but oh yeah, so it was the RKO in the first minute, and it was the pedigree in the first minutes. So they ended up hitting all their finishers, and it was another moment of Randy Orton was already emerged by that time, but Triple H was still like a dominant figure in the game. So it helped like boost Randy Orton up even more to be like, now from this moment on, he's forever a main eventer at this point. So it was a great match, WrestleMania. And I was just watching highlights. I really forgot who won. And I like when matches have me like that, because I'm just remembering what happened versus the result. So yeah. So yeah. Great entries, y'all. I seen all those matches, and man, make WWE great again is all I'm saying. But
it's wild, man. It was wild.
So next, because the last one is gonna be kind of long. Next, I wanted to hear y'all thoughts on who y'all think was or is an NBA player that has great crash out potential.
Oh man.
You want to go first, or you want me to go first, Byron?
Yeah, I'll go first. My first one. I mean, one of the most talked about moments in NBA history. But the player, who caused most of this damage was Ron Artest, otherwise known as Metal World Peace, Brooklyn, Queens, stand up, you know what I'm saying, the bridge. The bro was definitely anything that you said that was out of nature, out of pocket, or you touched him wrong, he was coming with all the smoke, what with no hesitation.
Y'all know y'all seen that clip with Tyler Hansborough.
Yeah.
Yeah, yeah.
Wow.
Ooh.
So
I seen that clip with James Harden. Like that's
yeah.
the clip for me. With the elbow. That was crazy. That was crazy.
That man was wild.
Yeah.
He was wilding what he was doing.
The interview,
Yeah.
he did an interview later after. He's like, he ain't even see him there until the elbow like connected. And I'm like, how you did not see this whole man standing right here in your face?
Cap.
Yeah, knocked him out.
Yeah, real talk. This James Harden, this ain't anybody too.
Yeah.
Like this future MVP James, like, come on, like it's wilding. But yeah.
30-some points a night.
Yeah.
What? My first pick, James Johnson. I think he plays for the Indiana Pacers now.
Yeah.
He's second-degree black belt. According to him, he's undefeated in MMA. And then I had seen a clip from a podcast. I believe it was Mike Miller's podcast.
The
it was
OGs.
It was like with Bam Adebayo and Udonis Haslem, and they were talking about a clip where I guess he got into it with somebody at practice. They called him out his name. He told him they had to see him. Pretty much. Told him he had to see him after practice, and according to what they were saying, he had him up in the ball crying. So,
dang.
I mean,
had to box him.
My first dude, of course, was Ron Artest, aka Metal World Peace. Just the history of violence. We just talked about a few of those ones. So I will just go to my second guy, Isaiah Stewart. Current NBA player for the Pistons.
He been wilding.
Yeah, ran up on my boy LeBron, the GOAT. Ran up on LeBron. I ain't gonna lie. Love LeBron. But LeBron was looking spooked in that moment. And I don't blame him because that's a big dude. He got wicks in the NBA, which is crazy. And like it's just like you got wicks with like minimal skill. Like you just punish people. Like this what you here for. Like he seems like a player.
Big foul guy.
Yeah, exactly. He seemed like an early 2090s type dude, an enforcer, but don't be really enforcing. Yeah, he just want to box. Like he don't want to play basketball. Like he just want to box
at all.
Had a recent run-in with forgive me if I'm forgetting his name. It was either Isaiah Hartenstein or Jock London. I want to say maybe Hartenstein. Maybe I'm wrong on both those names. But end up punching him in the face before the game, getting arrested for it. All type of stuff. And another incident where he was accused of like sneaking on the team bus, trying to fight a dude. My man's is just out of control. Even sized up Gilbert Arenas recently. So my man has crash out potential. The ultimate badge on 2K is on Hall of Fame. Just beware in the NBA if you're playing against that brother.
Literally what he in the NBA for, the crash out.
For real.
Hey, yeah, he been wild and ultimately. Oh man. And then my next guy here, Draymond Green. Draymond Green. I mean, history. Groin shots. Doing stump the yard with extra gravy on top of Sabonis. Whacking people out, punching your own teammate. Like, I mean,
that's crazy.
Like, come on, what else can we say about choking a man out, like, and not letting him go, like, just drug him. He drugged this man at least. He's wanted for kidnapping right now. We moved this man more than 50 feet beyond his will. Like, this is wild. So that's another crash out player that's ultimately like that's one player you don't want to say anything to unless you're ready for that smoke.
Yeah.
Not even just hitting your teammate, knocking your teammate out.
Yeah, I mean, but Jordan Poole, you can obviously tell he was not born in the hood because you don't let a man get that close to you,
Real talk.
especially when you already know it's up.
Crash shot don't even gotta mean like what you physically do. His trash talk is elite. Like Draymond
Oh
might be
yeah,
the best ultimate crash out player ever when you really think about it. This man told Paul Pierce, "They don't love you like that. You ain't Kobe." Like that was crazy. Like that was
yeah.
crazy to tell this man you chasing a farewell tour. They don't love you like that. Um. So
To
yeah,
have a man
definitely.
wide open to look at him, see him get the ball, and say "Hell no"
Yeah,
when he's shooting.
legend, legendary crash out player Draymond for sure.
It's
Who,
wild.
who else you got, Khalil?
My last one was Russell Westbrook.
Oh man.
Just I know everybody be seeing all the verbal altercations. He be getting it with the fans. He doesn't let anything slide. He'll curse you out if he needs to, and he'll say it to your face. Even just when he goes at it with reporters, all that stuff. But what did it for me was with that whole skirmish with Isaiah Stewart running at LeBron. I seen this man Westbrook throw his setup to
Yeah,
Stewart.
yeah,
So
Oh
that's what did
yeah.
it for me. When I seen that right then and there, I knew that Russell Westbrook was on whatever time and he needed to be on.
for my last one, I'm still thinking about it because we had some great picks. It was Ron Artest. Draymond was gonna be my next one. I'm gonna have to give a special shout out. I wanted to go '90s player, but I'm actually go with KG, Kevin Garnett.
Oh,
Um,
don't say it. Don't say it. I know you
you
got it in
already
your
know
head.
your wife tastes
I
like
know
honey
you
nut
got it.
Cheerios.
Oh man.
And I remember seeing the shot. I think Eric Gordon was taking the shot. KG was sitting in the crowd. Legendary clip, another one.
Hell no.
Trasher. You know what he said. I ain't gonna say
Yeah.
it on YouTube. Um,
Yeah.
just a bunch of it. Even when he was young, like I seen him tell a story when he went into the like Jordan and Pippen and all the Bulls was playing pickup, and he went down there and he got into the game. Jordan said, "Bring the big fella in," and anyways, Pippen shot a long three over him, cashed it, and he said he felt like he was sizing him, saying it was easy. Got the ball, asked Jordan for the ball, came back down, hit a jumper on him, and was talking trash, and they had to separate everybody. So KG just seemed like he wanted to smoke with everybody, from Tim Duncan to all the
Yeah.
best power forwards at that time. And he was even in the argument. I mean, it wasn't really argument. He was the MVP at the time during that period. But glad he got a championship in Boston. I specifically remember him trying to push Bron out of the air in LeBron Cav days, and he got dunked on. But KG, ultimately, he's another crash out player too. I really couldn't imagine throwing hands with a dude that long and slender, with that mentality to ram your head against the goalpost before the game. So yeah,
Yeah.
shout out KG.
Oh yeah,
Wow.
that boy finna be fighting to hurt you, bro, for real.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Hurt you.
All right, so the
Yeah.
last thing was our mock draft, NFL draft, the first 10 picks. How we can do this is we'll do two and then we'll rotate. So first, let's start out with you, Khalil, for your first two, which was
Uh,
Chicago and Washington.
all right. So my first one, the Bears with the first pick, feel like they're gonna go Caleb Williams. I feel like the offense that they're setting up, they're just trying to set it up perfectly for Caleb Williams to be able to come in from day one and be able to produce, get some positive numbers out, and just build from there. Second one, Commanders feel like they're leaning towards Jaden Daniels more than Drake May. And I
Mm.
just feel like because that's with the way the NFL's trending right now, with most what is it? With most offenses, dual threat quarterbacks are fitting the system a little bit more. And with that, he's going to be able to add the abilities on offense to extend plays and play make.
Oh man, yep. Yeah, my same exact too. The offense is basically theirs are tailor made it for Caleb Williams. Nice weapons that he can use on the outside, and they're very stapled in the game already. And DJ Moore, and now getting
Keenan Allen.
Keenan Allen. Thank you. They just getting all the weapons just for him. Nice running back and Swift they picked up. So everything is going to be tailor made just for him to not fail. And then number two with the Commanders, they're going to be picking, like I said, I'm with C on this. Jaden Daniels, he's shown that dual threat type of quarterback play. He can put the ball in nice spaces. They got some really good pickups at receiver, sneakily this offseason here, going under the radar. So picking that quarterback would be nice, tailor made for their offense, and he would be set up for at least somewhat success.
I like the flow we have as far as how we going, keeping track of time and stuff. We're not in no rush yet or anything. For Chicago, I had I had the same thing, Caleb Williams. It sealed it for me when I seen Caleb Williams dap up Keenan Allen at USC Pro Day. Keenan Allen, former Los Angeles Charger, probably still lives in the area, and he made sure, he came out there to support, in my opinion, his future quarterback that they're going to select number one overall. No problems with that.
At all.
Like I was saying, they have picking up a good supporting cast around them already. And then number two, our first disagreement, I forgot the Commanders picking up Drake May from North Carolina. I think he's a solid pocket passer. I can't remember who the Commanders went with at head coach this offseason. I know they got rid of Ron Rivera. So I can't remember who they went with, if it was like an offensive or defensive minded coach. I would look at that information and update it, but I just think they have a solid receiving core. Maybe they, could improve in other areas. A lot of other areas, obviously, they're picking number two. But they already got Terry McLaughlin, Curtis Samuel, and a wide receiver that went in the first round like 2 years ago.
Jahan Dotson.
Yeah. So, and like Byron said, they picked up some more receivers to help out, in my opinion, Drake May.
Okay. No, I like that. I like that.
So for the third pick, I have the Patriots selecting Drake May. In my opinion, I do feel like he's the most NFL ready quarterback. I feel like he can come in from day one, pretty much. I feel like he's the starter once he gets drafted. And then I feel like he has all the intangibles that you can really look for in a franchise quarterback. I know Patriot teams have passed pretty much. I feel like he fits all of those things from the quarterback position from Patriots teams in the past. I don't know what direction they're going to go with the new head coach. But I definitely think with them selecting him, it will definitely help speed up their rebuild process. And then at 4, I got my first receiver coming off the board, which is going to be Marvin Harrison Jr. And I just feel like he has all the tools to be the top wide receiver to come out of this draft class. I know there's a whole bunch of good wide receivers in the class, but I feel like his upside is just big enough for the Cardinals to take that risk on him.
All right, boom. Same here. Drake May, like B said, Brodrick said, he's a great pocket passer. He can stay in that pocket. He's a pretty tall guy. Pressure feels coming from the outside. Great with stepping up in the pocket and releasing the ball with great timing. That's Patriots' way. With their last amount of quarterbacks they've had, they were looking for a good amount of pocket passing, and he's been one of their best pocket passers probably since Brady. Obviously, in them trading their previous quarterback in Mac Jones. And my number two, my second guy, Marvin Harrison as well. He's going to come in and change the game for, that's the Cardinals, correct?
Yes.
The Cardinals, yeah, they're going to be picking Marvin Harrison Jr., picking fourth. Great radius for the ball catching for this gentleman. Gets open, releasing on his routes. Going to a great quarterback in Kyler Murray.
Sure. And honestly, I can see the Patriots trading this pick. And we're gonna talk about trades in a couple episodes in the future when inevitably that happens. For the Patriots, I have Marvin Harrison Jr. Getting picked up. I don't know what they're going to do at quarterback. I know they picked up Jacoby Brissett. I'm not sure they're going to fall in love with the options. I could definitely see Jaden Daniels here, but actually, I'll take that back. I don't know if I can see him here just because I'll put it like this: New England is near Boston, and so well, Jacoby Brissett is black, so I might be talking outside of my neck. Anyways, um, I think they're going to stick with Jacoby Brissett to be the starter, and I think they're going to end up picking, in my opinion, the best receiver in the draft, Marvin Harrison. He has no weaknesses in his game. Explosive athlete, great route runner, very much like his father, but maybe even more dominant as a jump ball specialist, but also an elite route runner. I think he could come in and have what's his name? Chase, not Chase Young. He plays for the Bengals. He first
Jamar
came in
Chase.
as receiver. Jamar Chase type rookie impact, like 1,400 receiving yards. I think he's going to dominate. For my fourth pick, which was Arizona Cardinals, I had the first offensive lineman coming off the board, and Joe Alt from Notre Dame. I think he's the best offensive lineman, but especially tackle in the draft. And you gotta at some point commit to protecting Kyler Murray after the big investment in him. So I'm gonna go with Joe Alt coming off the board right here for the Cardinals.
All right. The pick, what was it? The fifth pick, the Chargers.
Yeah.
I have them taking what I believe is the best next available receiver, and Malik Nabers. As you see, they got released Mike Williams, traded Keenan Allen. I feel like they're going to try to find that receiver that can make an immediate impact come year one. With Marvin Harrison being off the board, I believe Malik Nabers is their best option. He's has some good route running and he has really good speed. So like with a mix of those, he can really make that impact that they're looking for. And then with the Giants, at the sixth pick, I have them taking Rome Odunze, the receiver out of Washington. I just feel like they need to try to get a potential number one receiver out this draft for once. And he is that best available option. So yeah, I think they're gonna give Daniel Jones another year, so I don't see them taking McCarthy.
Oh, okay, okay. What we on right now? Four,
Fifth.
5 and 6.
Yeah.
5 and 6. 5 and 6. Dang, this thing keeps dropping.
You want me to go?
Yeah. No, I got it right now. Yeah, basically, me and C got this some of the same so far, man. I got Malik Nabers going to the Chargers as well, giving Justin Herbert another weapon. They're changing their offense up due to new head coaching, having a lot of new weapons around this man to open up the game. Just give him a new feel, just changing up the old ways, getting rid of a great quarterback receiver in Keenan Allen is going to be something hard to replace. But hopefully, this gentleman can come in and make an impact early. And then the next pick is who's the next team? The Vikings.
Giants.
The Giants.
With the Giants, yeah, I got them picking a offensive tackle and Joe Alt. Great weapon for Jaden Daniels, who they're gonna be paying a lot of money, giving him at least somewhat protection so they can see what he can do with this huge contract that they got. They can't have him on the bench at all. So young weapons.
Daniel Jones too. Daniel Jones. For the Chargers, I had Troy. I don't want to get your name wrong. What happened?
Oh, could you repeat it? What'd you say?
I was saying you said Jaden Daniels. I think you meant Daniel Jones for the Giants.
Oh, my fault. Yeah, Daniel Jones. My fault. Yeah.
You good. Troy Fontanu, tackle from Washington. I had the Chargers picking. I think he's a great pass blocker. I think Jim Harbaugh is going to build up that offensive line for the Chargers. And eventually to maybe being one of the best in the league. And they got Justin Herbert, already big investment in him. You could go receiver here. I agree with a lot of y'all picks, but I think that it's going to be a more slow rebuild, but a more efficient rebuild as far as building from the inside out for Jim Harbaugh. And then for the Giants, I had again like y'all Rome Odunze, like Chalil Rome Odunze for another Washington player. I just think they need a number one receiver at this point. I literally can't remember the last time they had one, maybe Victor Cruz or Odell, but yeah. So I'm gonna go with Rome Odunze. I can't hear you. I can't hear you. You want to
go? Who's the next team again? We're doing 7 and 8. Yeah. The Vikings.
You hear me now? Yeah. So we're Titans. I have them taking Joe Alt. Okay. Feel like on defense, they have made some good improvements with their secondary, and a few good players. And I feel like their next thing that they need to work on and fix is their O-line. As you know, they have the young quarterback Will Levis. They have some weapons surrounding him with Ridley and Hopkins. I feel like bulking up on the O-line is the way to go for them, as their O-line isn't really anything too good right now. And then for the 8th pick, which is the Falcons, I have them trading it to the Vikings, as the Vikings, I'm pretty sure, are desperate for a quarterback. And I have the Vikings taking J.J. McCarthy. I feel like they need a quarterback. He might be the best available quarterback between him and Michael Penix. But I feel like he fits the Vikings type of offense a little bit better than Penix. So ultimately, I feel like they take that risk on him.
Okay. So you got the Falcons. I think they're really in need of a dominant pass rusher. So I think going with you got Titans first and then Falcons.
Yeah.
Titans. I got picking up. I think I have misread them on there. You can go ahead, B.
For sure. We got about like 3 minutes left. Yeah, we got like 3 minutes left. So the Titans, I had them picking up Dallas Turner, Alabama pass rusher. Not much to say there. You know, I just think it's great when you invest in your defensive line, especially young, explosive athletes. And for the Falcons, I had them picking up another pass rusher, you know, from that state, Florida State, Jared Verse, coming off the edge with Grady Jarrett in that middle. I think they're going to make a dominant tandem, just like Jared Verse and Braden Fitz did in college. So, yeah, that's why I had at 7 and 8.
Okay. There you go. Got picks now. All right. So yeah, with the Titans pick, I got them picking up JC Laham from out of Alabama. Great pickup, great size. Like I said, great blocking going to be for Will Levis. Going to need to be standing up a lot in this pocket this year and not getting sacked so much, especially with the new weapons you got in Calvin Ridley. I think they picked up another receiver as well. So he's got some nice weapons. And my next pick for the Falcons, got him picking up Dallas Turner. Nice edge rusher. Going to be tremendous to their defense, who's very young already. And they're going to be turning it up this year. And he'd be a great staple in that young defense.
Just to keep it quick so we can try to get everybody in. With the 9th pick, I have the Bears going out there and getting Dallas Turner. I feel like with their improved offense, it's time for them to focus up on the defense. I feel like he's the cream of the crop when it comes to his position. He'll make that immediate impact coming off the edge. And I feel like he'll pair well with Montez Sweat. The Jets at 10, I have them going ahead and taking Brock Bowers. I feel like he can come right in and be a reliable pass catcher for them. He has a good mix of speed and size. And I feel like he can be that safety blanket for Aaron Rodgers.
Okay. Okay. Yeah, Bears. I got picking up Arnold from Alabama. Nice cornerback. Be a nice addition to the team for their defense, who played pretty well last year. My next guy, I got the Jets picking up Brock Bowers as well. We need some nice offensive guys. Now picking up Mike Williams. We'll have a solid tight end with a lot of these tight ends that's been coming in the past couple of years, changing teams. So hopefully he can be a game changer for us.
For number 9, Chicago had them picking up in the last minute here, Marius Mims from Georgia. I think he's gonna pair well with Darnell Wright. That was the right tackle from Tennessee that they picked up. He had a great rookie year, and I think they're gonna surround Caleb Williams with the help he needs. Got to protect that guy like you didn't for Justin Fields. And for my Jets, Byron's Jets, the Jets in
Yes,
general.
sir.
Um,
ATS.
I'm just noticing that I have Malik Neighbors like not picked yet, and honestly, I can see him going here. I
That'd be a
just think
nice
for,
pickup.
but because I honestly think it would be Malik Neighbors because I forgot about him who I did pick, which was Xavier Worthy, um, who had the fastest combine in NFL history. I think he was underutilized at Texas, 4.21 40-yard dash, great route runner. I
Great
think he's
pickup.
going to pair well in the slot with. I mean, they already got Garrett Wilson. We got Mike Williams, and now it's time to get that speedy slot receiver. I don't think Randall Cobb's going to I'm
Yeah.
surprised he's not retired yet. Not trying to be disrespectful, I'm just being honest. But I think Malik Neighbors or Xavier Worthy, but just for the integrity of who I wrote down, I'm gonna stick with Xavier Worthy right here for this pick.
That defense was crazy. Sauce and Xavier with DJ Reed. Let's go.
He play wide receiver though.
Xavier, wide receiver.